I need to tell you something about the packaging industry that nobody wants to say out loud. Your house is on fire, and you're rearranging the furniture. I'm David Marinak. I've spent 35 years in the packaging industry. For the last year, I've been reaching out to packaging manufacturers across North America. Owners, VP of Sales, business development directors, and I get two responses. Not interested, or they book a meeting and they don't show up. That's it. That's the whole story. And if you're in packaging, you need to hear this. Now let me show you what not interested actually looks like. Box shipments in North America lowest since 2014. The S&P Containers Packaging Index down 17% in 2025. Graphic Packaging, one of the biggest players in the industry, their adjusted EBITDA dropped from $1.88 billion in 2023 to $1.4 billion in 2025. Projected fall is to $1 billion in 2026. Rife's CEO is publicly calling this an industrial recession. Cascades is closing 3 facilities. Amcor is closing 20 sites. This isn't a blip. This is a cycle. This is a structural collapse. And here's what I see on the ground. At the companies I talk to every single day, your reps are quoting like crazy, nothing's closing. You went to Pack Expo, you spent 25 grand to 50 grand, got 12 business cards, and you cannot point to one single order from Pack Expo. You hired another rep, probably 100 grand, maybe to 150 grand. They're doing the same thing that the last one did last year. Your margins are compressing. You're competing on price for work you should be winning on your expertise. Your house, again, your house is on fire. And when I reach out and say your house is on fire, I show them the data. I show them what's changed. When I show them a way out, I get 2 responses. Not interested, or they book a meeting and they don't show up. Let me tell you what happened this past week. Monday, booked a call with a packaging company owner, confirmed the meeting. They didn't show up. Tuesday, reached out to a VP of Sales, not interested. Wednesday, had a 30-minute call scheduled, got a message 10 minutes after it started. Something came up. That was after I poked him. Okay, this is going on over and over every single week. And here's what kills me. These are not stupid people. They aren't lazy people. These are smart, hardworking packaging professionals who built real businesses. But they're so trapped in the daily grind, quoting commodity work, chasing reorders, dealing with the same crises that have been killing their margins for the past 3 years, that they literally cannot lift their heads long enough to see the cliff they're driving toward. You know what something came up actually means? A 100-piece reorder probably came in, or a rep needed a quote approved, or someone needed help with the same commodity transaction that's been destroying their margins for years. They chose to rearrange the furniture while their house burns down. They'll spend 45 minutes quoting a job they'll lose on price, but they won't spend 30 minutes talking about why they keep losing on price. They'll spend an hour in a meeting about a customer complaint, but they won't spend 30 minutes discussing why they can't get new customers, can't get new business, cannot get new opportunities. That's not something came up, that's denial. And not interested? Let me translate that. Not interested means I would rather lose slowly than change quickly. When a packaging company tells me they're not interested, or we have that covered, or our marketing department handles that, here's what they're actually saying. Our sales are at historic lows, but we're comfortable with our approach. Our margins are compressing every single quarter, but we believe this will reverse on its own. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on trade shows, reps, and agencies that produce zero, nothing. But we're going to keep doing that. And someone just showed them the way out and they said, no thanks. You know what Blockbuster said when Netflix showed up? Not interested. You know what taxi companies said when Uber launched? Not interested. You know what newspapers said when Craigslist killed classifieds? Not interested. every single one of them had the same response, and every single one of them is dead or basically irrelevant. The packaging industry is having the exact moment right now, and the response is the same. Not interested, or frankly, they'll just ghost an appointment. This isn't about technology. This isn't about AI. This is not about marketing. It's about survival. 3 consecutive years of decline. Major players shutting down facilities. Your competitors are bleeding out. Your own sales team is putting their brains out in closing nothing. And your response? Indifference. At least not interested is frankly honest. At least it's a decision. A no-show is something else entirely. The no-show says, I saw enough value to book the meeting, but not enough value to actually show up. I know my business is struggling, but I'd rather deal with today's crisis than prevent tomorrow's collapse. The no-show is the sound of someone drowning who refuses to grab the life preserver. These aren't stupid people. These are not lazy people. But they're so deep in quicksand, this is how we've always done it, they just cannot see that they're sinking. They'll spend an entire day at a trade show that produces nothing. But they won't spend 30 minutes on a call that might change everything. They'll invest $150,000 in a new sales rep who do the same thing the last one did. But they won't invest 30 minutes learning why the last one failed. They're not saying no to me, they're saying no to survival. So here's my question. If your house is on fire, if your business is bleeding, if your sales are declining, your margins are compressing, and everything you've tried has failed, why the hell won't you take a 30-minute call? Not maybe, not send me some information, not let me think about it. Why don't you even just show up? Is it pride? Is it fear? Or is it something worse? Is it that you've already given up and you just don't want to say it out loud? Because that's what not interested sounds like to me. That's what the no-show tells me. You've accepted that this is just the way it's going to be. Declining sales, shrinking margins, commodity competition. You've accepted losing, and you're just going through the motions until the very end. Here's what nobody wants to hear. The window won't stay open much longer. Right now, most packaging companies are in the same exact boat as you, struggling, declining, doing the same things that won't work. That means the first company, could be you, that stops rearranging the furniture and starts putting out the actual fire will own the market. Own it, regardless of how big your competitors are. Not because they're better, because they've moved while everyone else was saying, not interested. Here's the thing about windows. They close. Every month you wait is a month where someone else could be making the move that locks you out forever. Every not interested is another nail in the coffin. Every no-show is another step towards irrelevance. The clock is ticking. At some point, not interested stops being a response. It becomes an obituary. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep reaching out. I'm going to keep showing packaging manufacturers what's possible. I'm not going to pretend the response has been anything other than what it is. Indifference, denial, surrender. Your business is struggling. Your sales are down. Your margins are gone. Your old methods have failed. Someone showed up with 35 years in the packaging industry, not a marketing firm, not an IT firm, and they showed you a way out. And you said, not interested. Or you didn't show up. That's the story of the packaging industry in 2026. The question is also, what's the story going to be in 2027? Because at some point, your house will burn down. And all that's left are ashes and the memory of a meeting you didn't show up for. I'm David Marinak. SpecializedPackagingMarketplace.com, and on LinkedIn, you can find me everywhere. But if you're going to book a meeting, please, for the love of Pete, show up. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it, please subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks.